What's up, Cowboys Nation? We're back with another exclusive update from your favorite team, the Dallas Cowboys. Before we dive into today's hot topic, take a second to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss a single update this offseason. The Cowboys have been laser-focused on improving every part of this roster. From trading for George Pickens to building around Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, it's clear this team is aiming for a Super Bowl run in 2025. And with Brian Schottenheimer taking over as head coach, the energy inside the locker room feels fresh, competitive, and full of promise. But there's one move left that could bring everything together before training camp kicks off in Oxnard on July 21st. And it could be the key to unlocking a defense that struggled at times last season. Let's talk about the perfect final roster move Dallas should make. While the Cowboys have addressed multiple areas this offseason, one glaring hole remains: depth at defensive tackle, specifically at the one-tech position. Yes, Dallas has Mazi Smith and Osa Odigizua penciled in as starters, and both have shown flashes of solid play. Osa, in particular, is emerging as a star and just signed a 4-year extension. But let's be honest, the depth behind them is thin and unproven. Cowboys insider Tommy Yarish recently raised the question on DallasCowboys.com. Have the Cowboys done enough at the one-tech defensive tackle position? His answer? Personally, I don't think so. And he's not alone. Across the fan base and analyst circles, there's growing concern that the run defense simply hasn't improved enough. Last season, we saw the Cowboys get gashed up the middle in key games. Games where just one or two stops could have changed the outcome. And without reliable rotation at DT, guys like Mazi Smith were left overwhelmed. Enter Jordan Phillips, the 330-pound veteran who might just be the perfect answer. Jordan Phillips is 32 years old, and yes, he's dealt with injuries. He played just 9 total games last season. 2 with the Cowboys, and 7 with the Bills. But according to CBS Sports, when healthy, he's still an elite run defender who brings value in a part-time early down role. The massive 330-pound interior lineman is still a good run defender when healthy, and can still be very useful for a defense in a part-time role, wrote Brian Diardo and Jared Dubin. That's exactly what the Cowboys need. They're not looking for a full-time starter. They don't need a pass-rushing DT. What they need is a big-bodied space eater who can plug gaps, absorb double teams, and free up Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Odigizua to do what they do best: fly around and make plays. Phillips is also a familiar face. He spent time with the Cowboys last season, so he already knows the system, and he's worked with Schottenheimer before. That familiarity makes the transition smoother, and it allows the Cowboys to plug him in with confidence. This isn't about making a flashy move. This is about making a smart, calculated decision that fills a real need and strengthens the team heading into camp. With training camp starting July 21st, time is ticking. If the Cowboys want to give their defense the best shot to rebound, this is the move. One thing that could make this move even more appealing is the culture shift happening under Brian Schottenheimer. Players are already buying in. Defensive tackle Solomon Thomas, another off-season addition, spoke glowingly about the vibe inside the locker room. Coach Schotty has been doing an amazing job just getting the energy right and culture right here, Thomas told DallasCowboys.com. It's feeling like a family. It's a very college-like atmosphere. That's big. Because when the defensive line feels like a tight unit, when guys like Osa and Thomas are excited about being Cowboys, new additions can slide right in and thrive. That's exactly the type of environment where a vet like Jordan Phillips could step in and make an impact immediately. Osa Odigizua, who's blossoming into a leader on the D-line, is also locked in. I love Dallas, love playing for this organization, love being a Cowboy, he said after signing his new deal. It's not that I wasn't already happy doing the work, but I'm just going to have an even bigger smile on my face when I come to the building every day. That's the tone being set across the roster. Now it's about putting the right pieces in place to make the most of that positive momentum. And adding a veteran run stopper? That might be the smartest move they can make right now. Dak Prescott is heading into his 10th season as the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. 10 seasons of highs, lows, playoff heartbreaks, and comeback wins. He's been one of the most polarizing players in the NFL during that stretch. Loved by many, doubted by even more. But maybe, just maybe, 2025 is the year Dak puts the debate to rest. In a recent quarterback ranking from Yahoo Sports' Charles McDonald, Dak was slotted in at number 7 overall, ahead of names like Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, and Russell Wilson. That's right, ahead of the guy who's been to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years, and the reigning NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year who just took Washington to the NFC title game. McDonald explained, "Prescott is a legitimate floor raiser. He gives his offense a chance to be competent no matter the circumstances." Now, that's high praise. And it comes on the heels of a season where Dak was criticized despite finishing second in MVP voting and throwing for over 4,500 yards and 36 touchdowns. Not to mention, he did it behind a banged-up offensive line and without a consistent run game. Let's be real. There's pressure, and it's always been there. But now, with George Pickens joining CeeDee Lamb, rookie Tyler Booker beefing up the offensive line, and Brian Schottenheimer scheming a more balanced attack, there are no more excuses. Dak has the weapons, he has the protection, and he has a shot to rewrite the narrative. Starting Week 1 against the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles. Let's talk comparisons, because this is where the arguments really start heating up. Dak over Jalen Hurts, over Jaden Daniels? On the surface, Hurts has been to more big games. He's played in 2 Super Bowls and came within minutes of winning one. But Hurts also had a loaded roster and elite defense. When you dive into quarterback efficiency, accuracy, and play under pressure, Dak has been better in multiple metrics. Then there's Jaden Daniels, the electric second-year QB in Washington. No doubt, he had a phenomenal rookie campaign. But Dak's consistency, decision-making, and command of an offense still place him a tier above the young guns. For now. What separates Dak is his ability to keep the offense competitive even in chaos. He's had seasons with a rotating door of linemen, missing weapons, and he still delivers wins. And let's not forget, he's led the Cowboys to 4 12-win seasons. That's not a fluke. If he can finally push past the divisional round and get to an NFC title game, or better, he won't just silence the doubters. He'll flip the entire script. While Dak is trying to prove he belongs in the top tier of QBs, Micah Parsons is chasing something different. History. Heading into his 5th NFL season, Parsons already has 52.5 career sacks. The legendary DeMarcus Ware holds the Cowboys' record for most sacks in a player's first 5 years, 64.5. That means Micah needs just 12 sacks in 2025 to break that mark. And let's be honest, that's well within reach. His sack totals in his first 4 seasons? Year 1, 13 year 2, 13 5-year 3, 14 year 4. 12 he's consistently dominant, even with opposing offenses throwing everything at him. But here's the kicker. Ware also holds the single-season sack record for Dallas at 20. That's the next mountain to climb. And while it won't be easy, especially if Micah misses even one game, it's a realistic target. The arrival of new defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus adds another wrinkle. Known for creative blitzes and pressure packages, Eberflus will have more tools to free up Parsons and move him around the formation. The only thing that could be a distraction? His contract. Parsons is still waiting for that massive extension, and while he said he'll report to training camp, everyone knows the longer it takes, the louder the noise gets. Still, Parsons has played it smart, giving the Jones family no room to flip the narrative against him. If he breaks both sack records this year, don't be surprised if he also walks away with the Defensive Player of the Year award. So Cowboys Nation, here we are. The pieces are coming together. The offense is reloaded. The locker room feels re-energized. And now there's one move left that makes too much sense not to do. Signing Jordan Phillips to help solidify the run defense and bring veteran depth to the trenches. This isn't just about talent. It's about toughness. It's about having the right guys in the right roles when the pads come on in Oxnard. We want to know what you think. Should the Cowboys bring back Jordan Phillips? Do you believe the run defense can take a step forward in 2025? And how confident are you in Brian Schottenheimer's leadership so far? Drop your takes in the comments. And don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you're always plugged into the latest from the Star. Let's get ready for an unforgettable training camp. Go Cowboys!